Today, we are going to relive the heart-wrenching moments that left Ravens fans in disbelief. These are the plays that will have you turn your television off, stay away from social media, and not care about much for a while. We're going to take a look at the top or bottom 5 plays, depending upon how you look at it, that caused the fan base the most hurt. This video is about to bring back some memories and stir up some emotions, so sit back and try to keep calm as we take this walk back down memory lane. These are the 5 that give the most discomfort and sadness. Which plays do you think was the most heartbreaking? Coming in at number 5.
Just a great job of finding the single coverage here. Right down.
I remember this game vividly because it was New Year's Eve and my son and I were going to this game and it was extremely cold. We waited for the light rail, but for some reason it was severely crowded and not running on time. It was so cold that some strangers gave my son clothing because he looked extremely cold and was shivering. We ended up giving the tickets to the people that gave him the coat and watched the game from at home. This game was a win and get in scenario. Even though the Ravens had been inconsistent all season, they still had a chance to make it to the big dance. The Ravens had not done much during the first half and was losing 17-3 going into the final seconds of the first half. Then Chris Moore had an 88-yard punt return and then caught the touchdown to go into half down 17-10. The Bengals scored, making it a 24-10 game, and then the Ravens scored 17 unanswered, capping it off with a Mike Wallace touchdown reception. The teams then alternated possessions without anyone scoring. The Bengals got the ball back with 2 minutes and 37 seconds left on the clock. Cincinnati drove down the field and Andy Dalton threw an interception, but Marlon Humphrey was called for holding. The Bengals missed on 2 passes and gained 3 yards on 3rd and 13 with 53 seconds left in the game, and on their last down, this happens.
No! Here, 4th down. Dalton steps up. Dalton throws. It's complete. Caught by Boyd. Tyler Boyd. Touchdown.
How do you let him get behind you on 4th down? I understand that you don't want to give up a first down for the possible game-tying field goal, but what the hell was this? I was hoping to at least get one more week of football from my team. Number 4.
On William Gay, single coverage. He stops. He's wide.
This game was a culmination of disappointing plays that I put at number 4. This was the rubber match against the Steelers, with each team winning one game. The Ravens dominated the first half, holding the Steelers offense in check. Baltimore led this game 21-7 at halftime, dominated, but a fumble, interception, and fumble quickly gave the Steelers the momentum that they needed. Down 3 late in the 4th quarter, the Ravens forced the Steelers to punt from their own 10-yard line. Lardarius Webb returned the punt 55 yards for a touchdown, but not so fast, my friend. A bogus holding call on Marcus Smith negated the touchdown. The Ravens got the ball at the 29-yard line, and Flacco completed a 22-yard pass to Todd Heap. Anquan Bolden dropped a touchdown on 3rd down, and the Ravens stalled out and tied the game at 24. Then the defense missed out on some opportunities to sack Ben Roethlisberger and gave up a first down on 3rd and 10. Pittsburgh then scored with 1 minute and 33 seconds left, and Baltimore then went to work. After a squib kick gave the Ravens the ball at the 50-yard line, Flacco had 2 incomplete passes and was sacked on 3rd down. Then this happens.
No!
Throw. Incomplete. And Houshmandzadeh had it.
On 4th and 18, Flacco hits TJ Houshmandzadeh in the worst place possible, right between his hands.
Put him on the board. Houshim Mazzoli. Got it. Championship.
This was disappointing because Houshmandzadeh had tormented the Ravens for years and routinely made these type of catches. What makes this even worse was the fact that the winner played the New York Jets and Mark Sanchez in the AFC Championship game, almost guaranteeing a trip to the Super Bowl. Coming in at number 3.
Right here. Snead! It's out. Who has played as
This heartbreak was on the level of the 2019 season. Once again, the Baltimore Ravens were the best team in the NFL. Once again, I knew the Ravens were going to win the Super Bowl. This just had the feel of it. Baltimore dominated the best teams that the NFL had to offer. The Ravens beat up on the Houston Texans for the 2nd time that season, quieting some of the Lamar doubters. The Ravens took on the new-look Chiefs that were led by their defense and had some issues on offense. Mahomes and the Chiefs took a 17-7 lead going into halftime, but would not score again. Baltimore mounted a semi-comeback. Lamar was able to move the ball in the second half, but mistakes and O-line breakdowns would not get them any closer. Then the Ravens mounted a drive at the end of the third quarter, and this happens.
No!
Jackson to Flowers. He dives. The ball came out. It's recovered by Kansas City.
Zay was just trying to make a play, and L'Jarius Sneed made an even better one. Then the Ravens got the ball back and drove it down the field with under 10 minutes left in the game. Lamar had just hit Nelson Aguilar on a long pass. Then this happens.
No!
25, 2nd and 10 to the end zone again, and it is intercepted.
I don't know what Lamar was looking at, but likely was triple covered. I know he put his hand up, but still, it would have been exciting to see where this game would have gone since KC had so much trouble scoring. The Ravens were one game away from playing a team that they smacked around a few weeks earlier. Another one bites the dust.
Another one bites the dust. Ow! Another one bites the dust. Hey!
Coming in at number 2.
A Pro Bowl kicker a year ago.
In high school, I thought that I understood what heartbreak really was. I truly understood it after this game. After years of disappointing losses in the divisionals to our rivals in the playoffs, I knew this year was different. I knew it from the first game of the season. I attended that game, my first ever professional football game with my daughter Jazzy, and the Ravens put a whooping on the Steelers that day. And from then on, I knew that there was something different in the air, something different with this offense. They finally let Joe be Joe. So fast forward to the postseason, and we knew who we would have to see. We knew it would be Tom Brady sooner or later, but this time we had an offense that could keep pace. Flacco went toe-to-toe with the GOAT and the hoodie and should have won the game. Joe threw for 300 yards and 2 touchdowns and had the Ravens leading into the fourth quarter. The defense stifled Tom Brady, holding him to 0 touchdown passes and throwing 2 interceptions. Brady did rush for a touchdown, giving the Patriots a 23-20 lead with over 11 minutes left in the game. The teams went back and forth until the Ravens got the ball back with 1 minute and 44 seconds left. Flacco had to go 79 yards to give the Ravens the lead. Joe drove the Ravens to the 14-yard line and had 2 incomplete passes, making it 4th and 1. With 13 seconds left, down by 3, Billy Cundiff trots on the field to attempt a 32-yard game-tying field goal, and then this happens.
No!
2 yards to tie it. And the kick, look out! It's no good!
You had one job, just one. And not only did he miss it, he missed it badly. Like he was kicking from the 50-yard line. You would think that this is the worst, but wait, there's more. Of course, number 1 had to be Lee Evans.
Evans. It was Evans this time.
What a throw by Flacco.
Outside of the 2012 playoffs, Joe Flacco had one of the best postseason games of his career. He drove the team down the field in a hostile environment with under 2 minutes left in the game against one of the greatest defensive minds ever. On 2nd and 1, with 44 seconds left from the 14-yard line, Flacco drops back the pass, and this happens.
No!
Situation, 2nd and 1. Flacco to the end zone, and it's knocked out at the last minute. It was
I had a time deciding between number 1 and 2 because the Cundiff situation ended the game, but Billy would have only tied it, so I went with Lee, enemy of the state's Evans, for number 1. Fu Manchu Flacco did everything he could to give the team the win, but Evans had other plans. Flacco hit Lee with a perfect pass right in the breadbasket. All he had to do was put both feet down. Evans was trying to be cute and not secure the ball, costing the team a chance at victory. It was 22 seconds left in the game and he blew it. I know that these 2 plays are from the same game, but the amount of heartbreak that each brought deserves its own tier. And for it to happen within 2 plays of one another makes it even worse. It added heartbreak on top of heartbreak with a splash of devastation and disappointment. This was one of those moments that you sat there for a moment in disbelief. To me, this team was better than the 2012 team and should have possibly won back-to-back Super Bowls. So these are my top 5 most heartbreaking plays in Baltimore Ravens history. The plays that as a fan, you never wish to see. Maybe I got this list right, maybe I did not. Tell me what you think of this list and what plays you would add or which ones you would take out. Share your thoughts in the comments below and do not forget to hit that subscribe button for more emotional sports content. I know it has been some years for some of these plays, but they still hurt. So until next time, you already know. still feel the pain. It's me right here.
So it ain't about one play, it ain't about nothing. This year, we did what we were supposed to do. We fought as a team. So the way we feel, somebody gonna feel like that tomorrow, and somebody gonna feel like that in a week.
Nah, man, I'm cool.